104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back together again. It's Wednesday, Rip It Apart Wednesday.
The Golden Goose is on the loose.
The Golden Goose is on the loose today. The subject of Rip It Apart Wednesday is the song 2 Minutes to Midnight by Iron Maiden.
Ooh, Nico McBrain.
Yeah, that's right.
Drums and cymbals.
Drums and cymbals. Cymbals for days. We'll get to the B-side of this single because there's a really funny
B-side?
story. Yeah, there's a really funny story about the
That should be
B-side.
the name of our get-together here, the B-side.
The B-sides. We're the B-sides. So this song came out on Power Slave, which is probably my second favorite.
Man, you know,
Maiden
I'm probably
album.
with you on that. I'm probably with you on that book.
I mean,
Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind. To me, it's
Peace
like
of Mind for 400.
Yeah, Peace of Mind, Power Slave, Killers. Those three are probably my top
I'm not
three.
going to go Killers third, but But I'll go with the top two for sure.
What's your third?
Peace
then?
of Mind and Power Slave. I don't know. I'll have to give that some thought.
Think about it. We'll get to it.
Dead
so,
air. One thing we want: lots of dead air on the B-side show.
thinking. Just say thinking. Thinking. So anyway, you brought up Nico, so we might as well play his part. The drums isolated for 2 minutes to midnight. Obviously, they're kind of guitar intro, right?
There's more dead air. B-sides. You know you're listening to B-side radio when you get dead air.
Ba-boom.
What was that?
There you go.
Oh, man. Yes.
Yes. There we go.
Oh, there it
Listen to
is.
those cymbals. Listen to those cymbals. So I might as well just bring up the story now. The B-side to this song, this single, if you will, was actually two different things. The first one was a cover called Rainbow's Gold. Now, on other B-sides, the 12-inch single, there was another thing on the B-side called Mission from Arai, or Airy, or something like that. And basically what happened was the band was playing a show, and something went wrong with Steve Harris's bass rig, okay? And he realizes it while Nico's doing his drum solo. So he goes and yells to one of the stagehands. He's like, hey, tell Nico, make the drum solo longer.
Yes, yep.
So
Drummers love that.
Well, here's the thing. The stagehand gets over there, and he's trying to tell Nico, hey, keep it going. But Nico's in the middle of a drum solo. So it's like he doesn't understand what the hell's going on. Steve's like, oh, my God, he doesn't hear it. But just in time, they get it back together and whatever.
That's rock and roll.
The B-side is actually a 6-minute argument between Harris and McBrain about them trying to communicate to each other on stage that Harris's bass rig was destroyed or something was wrong with it. And Nico's like, look, dude, I was in the middle of a drum solo. I don't know what you want me to do. And Steve Harris is like, look, I tried to tell you, you need to be paying attention. He's like, I'm inside. It's 6 minutes of a lot of cursing.
Dude, that is killer.
But the funny thing is, Bruce was the one who recorded it. I guess he was sitting there watching them argue, got a secret tape recorder out, and just kind of stood there and recorded the whole thing. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, it's
great.
Really funny. We'll get to more of Rip It Apart Wednesday, Iron Maiden's 2 minutes to midnight on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens in the studio together. Rip It Apart Wednesday. Today, the subject, 2 minutes to midnight.
Number of the Beast.
No.
Number of the Beast.
Oh, that's your third favorite Maiden?
That's my third favorite Maiden album. Yes.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, we decided that our favorite Maiden records was Peace of Mind, number one, this album, Power Slave, and then I said Killers was my third, and he said
I don't like,
Number of the Beast.
Killers is a little too old school, plus I don't like that other singer.
Well, I know, but I just like the songwriting in it. It just
Bruce Dickinson forever!
Yeah, I know. It's good stuff, man. And Maiden's always awesome.
Man.
So we were talking about Steve Harris, the founding member and arguably my favorite member of Iron Maiden.
Well, he plays lead bass in the band.
Plays lead bass. So we're going to listen to his part.
Oh, here we go. Loosen your fingers.
Bass players, take note.
Yeah, loosen your fingers.
The guy,
stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Guy has stupid
Don't want to tear a tendon.
Of strength in his hands. No pick. No picks.
You have to pick playing bass players.
Yes. Well,
for these guys.
Depends. I mean, it depends on what you want. I've always these guys definitely, and guys that I play with too. I know I play with a bass player who's got a tattoo of a pick with an X over it. To show the world that he does not play with picks.
Every time I've seen Maiden a couple times, and every time it's one of the best shows.
Live shows? Oh, yeah. For your money, you'll never be disappointed.
You won't.
Ever.
That's why Lady Gaga says she wants to be like Iron Maiden because they're still selling out stadiums.
Yeah. one of the best fan bases in the world.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And not much radio play really ever, you
No.
know? I mean, we play with some, but, you know, back in the day, you don't hear Iron Maiden on the radio.
These are
way.
all word of mouth. It's kind of like the way Sabbath did it. You know, Sabbath, with exception of Paranoid, had absolutely no radio play, but were still able to sell out arenas.
Because they were so awesome.
They were just so awesome live. I mean, that will really sell a band. If you go out on the road 200 days of the year and prove to everyone how awesome you are.
And you have a 30-foot tall monster
And you have
that
a
walks
giant
on
robot
stage.
Eddie that comes out and tries to kill Bruce, but then Bruce slays it with a sword.
Yeah,
and
insane.
Bruce has
Lasers.
got,
I saw him at in L.A. at the Forum. He came out, 30-foot Eddie walks out on stage, shooting 2 laser guns with a big, huge Lakers jersey on that said Eddie on the back.
Awesome.
And he was shooting lasers. And no, that's not the drugs talking. This really did happen.
I saw him. I'm not on this tour, not the Book of Souls tour. The tour before this, I saw him in Kansas City, and it was the first time I saw him live. And I sat with a couple other guys I play in bands with, and we did not talk to each other. We did not move for 2.5 hours
In the zone.
We just stood. I mean, Megadeth opened, and they're Megadeth, whatever. But Maiden came out, and it was just we were in awe for the whole time.
Yeah, they always are guaranteed. And his voice is just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get to more of Rip It Apart Wednesday, 2 minutes to midnight, Iron Maiden on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Jay Stevens, Mike the Intern in the studio. Wednesday, Rip It Apart Wednesday, 2 minutes to midnight by Iron Maiden.
Yeah. What's more metal than 2 guitar players on stage?
3.
That's right, Iron Maiden. 3 guitar players on stage. That's how metal they are.
Sometimes I believe that there are too many unnecessary notes, but that's an argument for another day.
That's Maiden.
I know,
that's what makes Maiden and harmony guitar licks. Come on. Let's get to the harmony guitar licks. That's the best part.
Excuse me. So this title of the song, 2 Minutes to Midnight, refers to the Doomsday Clock. Do you know what that is?
Oh, I thought it was a demon being born out of somebody.
No.
Were you sure about this? Oh, man. See, this is where we need our lyric show.
Yeah, we need to talk about. Yeah, we need to get to that.
I will interpret the lyrics so differently, you and I.
Well,
I thought that the 2 minutes of this devil child's coming out, we have to
2 minutes to midnight.
Kill the unborn in the womb, it says.
Yeah, well, it's more referring to the Doomsday Clock, the bulletin.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah, it's a metaphor because, I mean,
that word?
The whole thing about, at a point in the 50s, the clock was 2 minutes to midnight, which if it ever got to midnight, the U.S. were going to launch nukes at each other with the Soviets.
Just like in 1999, at New Year's Eve, 2K, right? Remember the panic? Remember the panic about that? And computers were going to take over our world?
I think it's all kind of subjective, though, because, I mean, it kind of depends. I think the world's hanging by a string most of the time anyway, so it's just kind of like
especially my world.
Maybe in the 50s more than others, but, I mean, honestly, it's just as scary now to live, I think, in this world.
My world is a house of cards waiting to fall.
All worlds. So anyway, back to the guitars, triple threat, and here we go.
Yeah! Here we go. I love that.
It's coming.
B-side radio. Very straightforward, solid rock riff.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what's funny? This album was recorded. You hear it and you think, there's no way this had to have been recorded in a really dirty, gray, dark.
I'm sure it's top-notch.
Well, yeah, but I know it was top-notch. But you think about Maiden, you don't think like nice trees and Bahamas is where I'm getting.
Bahamas? Well, no, I was thinking like record plant in New York.
No, Nassau, Bahamas, man.
That's where they went?
Yeah, and it was just kind of like Peace of Mind. There was a lot of this, Power Slave and Peace of Mind, a lot of the writing was taking place at the same time. It was just a really creative period for the band. Very, very, very creative for them. And some of the best work, in my opinion, arguably.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously, we agree that this and Peace of Mind are our favorite records, so obviously this is the golden era.
Yeah, the golden era
of Iron Maiden.
This is the guitar. I mean, it's such killer rock guitar.
See if I can find a guitar solo we can Google over. There we go. Real thin. Not a whole lot of cool harmonies.
Weird, because if you told me to sing this guitar solo for you, I would have had no clue.
No, and that's kind of, it's weird. Like, that's a lot of Maiden solos to me. And it goes back to two unnecessary notes. Because if you can sing the actual guitar solo, that means it's ingrained in your mind. I've listened to this song 1,000 times.
I couldn't have told you what this guitar solo was.
But I can sing Peace of Mind by Boston solo all day long.
Right, you're right.
Not too many unnecessary notes.
That's very interesting. That's a whole other show in itself.
Yeah, that's a whole other show.
We're going to have so much shows lined up for you guys in 4 years.
That's B-Side Radio.
B-Side Radio
we got,
in 4 years.
Rip Apart Wednesday on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. B-Side Radio. 104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens.
Scream for me, Long Beach.
Scream for me, Springfield.
Bruce Springsteen is coming. Not Bruce Springsteen.
Not Bruce Springsteen.
Well, he came too, but
yeah, he came to
Bruce Dickinson. Who's a better singer, Bruce Dickinson?
Bruce Dickinson all day, every day. I mean, the guy is a fencer.
Then they're both good performers too, right? But he flies a plane. He flies a 757.
Springsteen can write great songs, but man, Bruce is the hero we all need in our lives.
Bruce is amazing, and his whole concept on singing. Ever watched that documentary where he talks about how opera guys would project to the back row, and that's who he's singing to, and that's how he does it, and he still does it to this day, being old. He still kills it.
You couldn't tell. I mean, and when we saw him last, we were all sitting there going, "How does that guy stay in shape?"
No.
Fencing. He fences. That's what he does. He's a sword fighter.
Death by sword.
Death by sword.
If you're breaking into a guy's house and he pulls a sword on you, that's a whole nother level of nuts. I'm out.
Bruce Dickinson wrote the definition on how to be metal.
I guess.
He really did.
And he was always kind of a little, not
he is a little guy.
Overweight, pudgy though. He was never like the sexy frontman. So he went this route.
He just has power, and that's the thing about, I think the difference between vocalists, that you can sing high. Anyone can hit those notes. It's not that it's hard, but it's not that hard. But to hit them with power, that's completely different. I mean, there are very seldom times where there are these guys that are just insanely good. Bruce, Freddie Mercury, Plant at a certain point in his career, Coverdale,
Tower rock singers.
Tower rock singers, man.
Jay Stevens.
It's so good.
Vibrato.
Minutes to midnight, the hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes.
No auto-tune on this at all. And with that, without further ado,
I'm born in the womb.
That's our conclusion of Rip It Apart Wednesday, 2 minutes to midnight from Iron Maiden on 104.7 The Cave.